Hello there. My name is Roger Nault. I'm your professor for Global Citizenship, Gen Ed 500. This is a course that I absolutely love, and I'm pleased to be working with you on it. I guess I want to tell you a little bit about myself. After working in business, in Canadian business and marketing mostly, for about 20 years, I decided to pack things in, and I headed to a place I had visited once before, a place that I just really connected with, and that was Cambodia. I lived in Cambodia for about 12 years, and there I spent time observing, listening, reflecting, and reading, living, learning, and teaching. Became there they say lecturer at Cambodia's flagship university, the Royal University of Phnom Penh. I taught there for almost 10 years. I was a lecturer of critical thinking, philosophical ethics, and globalization, amongst a few other things. Through all that, Cambodia is a wonderful place with just wonderful people. But what I saw was my eyes were opened to injustice, and I saw. I also did a Master's of Development Studies there, where some of these very issues are actually part of the academic curriculum. But as I was living and observing and being in Cambodia, I saw how, again, it's a wonderful place, wonderful people, former Civil War-torn country recovering from those horrors. And living there and trying to integrate myself as much as I could with local people, I began to observe and reflect on the injustice that I saw, and a lot of times that injustice was being perpetrated by people who look a lot like me. And that gave me a completely different look on the world, on myself inside that world. I saw how, whether you want to call it developed countries or Western countries or Europeans, how they respond when they do encounter other cultures, whether it's, you want to call it East Asian or Eastern or developing, whatever it is you want to call it. I saw the horrible things that happen when, again, people who look like me make assumptions about people who look differently. As I said, I observed, I reflected, I read, I interacted with a lot of people, and again, came back with a completely different take on the world. Part of the this idea of Europeans thinking that basically that we're superior. Again, people look like me. There's us and there's them. We're superior, and your ideas are not valid. And we're going to correct all that by imposing our ideas on you. And I saw that how bad that can be. And through that, I discovered the truth about our being, our interconnectedness. And I saw that while there may be many problems in the world, these are not the problems of some people. These are the problems of all people. Realize that we are interconnected. My well-being is interconnected with your well-being. If you are suffering, I can't be happy. Because I can't be happy. I'm afraid for my own security. Now, so once you come to that point of realizing that, there's a lot of barbed wire in the cities in Cambodia. Barbed wire everywhere. And it's so striking. And it's because the people know, the rich guy or the rich family with the villa and the barbed wire and the tall fence, they know that they're not safe because they have a lot more than everybody else around them does. And I'll tell you, when you see that and you feel it and you live that, it really it shook me up anyways. We can talk about interconnectedness all we want, but you kind of got to feel it. And a lot of what this course is about recognizing the truth of our interconnections. Now that's the idea of human interconnectedness, and certainly right now is a time when we should all be feeling a real sense of interconnectedness. One person's lack of distancing becomes my very real health problem. We're in this together, and it's because we're interconnected. Human interconnection, but also the human interconnection with our physical environment. Think back, it seems like it was years ago, but think back just before this past Christmas, Greta Thunberg and the march towards climate change. This was, but that's a recognition of our human interconnection with our environment. When we destroy our planet, ultimately our planet comes to destroy us. Again, interconnectedness. Now, I can see this is getting a little bit heavy right off the bat here. Be glad it's not Monday morning every week at 8:30. But that's what the course is about. None of it makes sense until we understand the truth of our interconnectivity. The other thing I learned was, and we get into this in chapter 4, it's in the book, our world, our way of life, we prioritize the dollar. We're always chasing the dollar. And I spent 20 years chasing the dollar, marketing, and all sorts of stuff. But at the end of the day, and again, perhaps this is something we can glean from our current situation with the pandemic, is that money, we think money brings us happiness, but ultimately our goal is well-being. Somewhere, and again, this is part of I think it's chapter 4 where it comes up. We've been sold the idea that life is about money. Life is about stuff. Well, somewhere in there, what we've forgotten is, we thought the money was going to bring us well-being. We thought the stuff was going to bring us well-being. We have an opportunity to stop and take a look at ourselves. What is it that we're prioritizing? What are our values? So in this course, we're going to be, hopefully you'll see throughout the materials, the underlying themes of interconnectedness. And that's how global citizenship has any potential of being a reality. It's only when people realize our interconnectedness that then we can, and realize that when we're reaching out to others, not only are we helping them, but we're also helping ourselves. When we're helping the environment, we're helping our human well-being. That's a message that we've seemed to have lost through 2,000 years. And, we'll just leave it at that for now. So we've lost track of that, and so this course gives us an opportunity, hopefully, to reflect on things like that within the context of a whole variety of concepts that gives us ways of talking about these types of issues. Hopefully, you'll see the opportunity to reflect on the ideas you may hold about yourself and those ideas that you hold about others. Chapter 6, stereotypes, and all sorts of stuff. The things the media tries to sell us, beliefs, because they benefit when we go along with them. There's lots of that in the course. I just want to kind of, I appreciate I've gotten a little bit heavy already. Hopefully, it doesn't scare you away. But because this course does talk about what it does, I just love it so much. Now, I'm used to being in the classroom. I've done some online teaching before. I've taken a couple courses online as well. Now, every morning, I spend my first couple of hours with my daughter doing her distance learning. She's in grade 1. My son is 10 years old, in grade 5. And so we have that homeschooling going on for the first couple hours every morning. But again, I'm mostly a face-to-face classroom type of guy. But I will be here. I want you to know that although you may not see my face every week, that I am here. Your success is very important to me, and that I'm going to be looking forward to providing feedback on your work, whether it's postings on the discussion board, whether it's supporting you through the teamwork, on tests, your assignments, your group assignment. I'll be here providing that feedback. I'm always here. Again, in the morning, first couple hours, I might be a little slow to respond, but typically I'm able to get back on emails rather quickly, certainly within 24 hours. I think that's really what I want to leave it at. Your success is important to you, and it's important to me. And whether you see me every week or not, I want you to know that I'm here. As well, in the background, you should be aware that Centennial College is offering continued so many levels of support. If you need it, feel like just reach out and access any of the supports that might be appropriate for you. I think I'm going to leave it at that for now. Check out the course content. Please read everything. Read the stuff that's there. I'm sure you have 1,000 questions, but they are answered. A lot of them are answered in the written materials. Work through it. Oh, it's easy. It's easy to fall behind with an online course. And I'll be watching. In fact, somewhere in there it says I'm taking attendance. I'm actually taking attendance. And I want you to know that, because not to spy on you, but to I do know that it's very easy for the most disciplined to fall behind. And once you fall behind, it's going to be really tough. If you do the work regularly each week, it's manageable. Sometimes it might seem like there's a lot of stuff to go through, but it is manageable. And again, finally, I am here to support you. Reach out to your teammates. You're going to be on you have a group project. It's explained in writing and in video elsewhere on the site, on the shell. Reach out and connect and stay connected with your teammates, your group mates. Okay. And again, there's another video about how to identify them. Stay in touch with them. And reach out to me whenever you think it's appropriate. Finally, again, I wish you success. That's what we're here for. And I hope that you stay safe, and that you and your loved ones are able to manage your well-being. Thanks a lot, and I'll look forward to interacting with you online. Bye now.